Rick Scott was just on television telling people that Democrats cut Medicare last year and Joe Biden approved it. Rick Scott, whose company was convicted of defrauding Medicare to the tune of $1.7 billion. Rick Scott, the man who oversaw one of the largest Medicare frauds in our nation's history, is on television telling people Democrats cut Medicare. Not only did the Democrats not cut Medicare, the Democrats negotiated for lower pharmaceutical prices for Medicare recipients. Remember insulin being capped at $35? The thing that Republicans voted against? That was part of it. Capping out-of-pocket expenses at $2,000 for seniors on Medicare? That was part of it. So Rick Scott isn't just wrong. He's saying the exact opposite of the truth. And this is where we are now, with Republicans and the right-wing media just lying. Not stretching the truth, not spinning things for politics, not taking federal money that they voted against to build a bridge or a factory and then taking credit for it while they smile at the ribbon cutting. Not even deceitful, normal political stuff like that. Just blatant, straight up, pants on fire lying. Steve Scalise was just on Fox claiming that when Biden talks about cracking down on rich tax cheats, it's actually code for raising taxes on single moms. What? Biden is the one who passed the childhood tax credit that lifted 40% of children out of poverty. The Republicans are the ones who refused to renew it. Biden gave the IRS a working budget to go after the richest tax cheats in America, and the Republicans voted to repeal that funding. Steve is just lying. Ron DeSantis recently said, almost every study says you are more likely to get COVID if you take the new booster. Well, that's a lie that's going to cost people their lives. House Republicans tweeted that illegal immigrants shouldn't be able to vote in U.S. elections. Yeah, we know that. That's why it's illegal. Mike Pompeo was just on TV saying Republicans delivered a peaceful transfer of power on January 6th, exactly as the Constitution required. Really? Republicans delivered a peaceful transfer of power exactly as the Constitution required? Does Mike think American citizens don't have eyes? Or TVs? Or relatives that traveled to a Stop the Steal rally? I mean, how stupid do Republicans think we are? More specifically, how stupid do they think their own voters are? Republican voters, I realize that we don't see eye to eye on a lot of issues, but Kevin McCarthy is out here telling you Biden was too weak to defend our skies after Biden shot down the Chinese balloon. And then Jim Jordan went on TV and said, despite the fact that the Pentagon confirmed 3 Chinese spy balloons during the Trump presidency, everyone knows that never happened. He's literally trying to Jedi mind trick you. No, that's not what everyone knows, Jim. That's a lie that you're telling on television. You're the chair of the Congressional Judiciary Committee, blatantly lying to the public because you're sure your voters won't bother to check. The Republicans are at the point now where they're saying things that are so easily disproved, it should feel insulting. They think they can say anything, do anything, make you believe anything. Up is down, left is right. Democrats are coming for your guns and your stoves. They think so little of you that they will let you destroy yourself and this country because they know in the world they're trying to create, what happens to us isn't important. They're going to end up on top. So I'm not asking you to agree with me. I'm not asking you to vote Democrat. I'm asking you to question what you're being told. And don't check MSNBC or CNN or whatever other liberal bastion you've been told to hate and won't trust anyway. Go online to CBC in Canada or BBC in the UK or the Associated Press or even Snopes and type in anything. Who voted against raising the minimum wage? What is CRT? Do Republicans want to cut Social Security? And while you're at it, look up which states are the poorest, have the worst education, the worst healthcare, the most women dying in childbirth, the lowest education scores. Look up which states have the highest gun deaths or teenage pregnancies or unemployment. I think you'll be pretty surprised. But then it might start making sense why the party who runs all those states has spent decades demonizing Democrats or black people or immigrants or whatever other shiny object they use to distract you from their truly terrible leadership. The Republicans were just given the power of the House. Ask yourself, after talking endlessly about inflation and crime, why did they start by gutting the Department of Ethics and are having hearings on Twitter and Hunter Biden? They're even back on Hillary Clinton's emails if M&Ms and chocolate milk don't make you feel like they're a bit out of touch. I am not saying this to complain. I'm saying this because I'm worried. I'm worried we won't be able to function as a country much longer if a third of our citizens have been corralled into some fantasy land of alternative facts that only serves the ruling class. A ruling class who think so little of the people they're gaslighting that they will lie about our deaths and financial destruction just to stay in power. There is a reason that more people in red states have died from COVID than in blue states. They literally do not care if their lies kill us. The day after the State of the Union, Marjorie Taylor Greene tweeted, "Joe Biden is lying to the American people." And what I'm saying is, check. Because someone is definitely lying, and it's about time we got on the same page of who that is.